for Fun Facts Friday. Woo! It's another Friday. Hey, Sissy. Hey, Wilson.
Hello.
Hope everybody had a good day. We made it through the week.
Yes.
Yes. The weather's changing out here where we are, getting a little colder, starting to feel like fall. See leaves on the ground, but it's still nice. I like this weather right now. It don't get any colder, but just stay where it is right now. I could deal with this. 70 degrees.
Yeah. Well, I'm feeling like old man winter. Well, old woman winter right about now.
Are you freezing over there? Look like you're relaxing in your chair today.
Yes, I'm feeling a little stress-free right about now. I was reclining, but
you
I
might
didn't want to go to sleep on you.
I was about to say, you might go to sleep if you recline on us. And as you see my background today, I have the water behind me. No stress zone.
No stress zone. I love it. I love it.
No stress zone. We're gonna relax and pretend we're sitting by the water. It's a little too cold to. I said I like the cooler temperature, but it's a little too cold to be out by some real water. So we'll just put water in the background.
But you know what?
What?
It looks like you're out there on a cruise ship. So
just when
you're on a cruise ship and that water is there, you still gonna stand out there because why? You're on a cruise ship. You're stress-free.
Stress-free. That is true. Well, today is November 6th. As you may have guessed, we are talking about being stress-free, and our topic for today is stress relievers and some different ways to relieve stress or at least minimize the impact that it's having on you. You know, you can't relieve all stressors, and we'll discuss that. We'll get into that a little bit more. But first, we're going to talk about some national days. We do have some national days today. It is National Jersey Friday, National Nachos Day, and National Saxophone Day. So first, National Jersey Friday. For all of you sports fans that are out there, today is your day. You have a little bit left in the day to exercise National Jersey Day. And that is, it says National Jersey Day was it is the first Friday in November. And it is a chance for you to express your love to your favorite professional players by wearing your team's jersey. So whoever your favorite team is, whoever your favorite player is, whatever sport it is, today is your day to wear your jersey. I don't know. I think most people, if you have a favorite team, you're going to wear your jersey any day of the week. You're not going to wait just for a national day to wear your team's jersey. Today is and today is also National Nachos Day. And this information comes from www.nationalnachosday.com. And it says that Anaya, I believe, was a Mexican from the border town of Piedra Negras. And he inadvertently invented nachos 70 years ago in 1943 at the Victory Club, which was a restaurant he was working at across the Rio Grande River from Texas. So nachos started in Texas. He was working at this restaurant and some people came in and the cook had already left for the day, but they wanted something to eat. So he went to the kitchen and was like, let me try to put something together. He had some tortillas and some cheese. And so they said he started cutting the tortillas into triangles and fried them. And that's how nachos came about. Then his last name was Nacho, or they called him, his nickname was Nacho, sorry. And so he was called Nacho because of his short stature. And so that's how the dish got its name. They called him Nachos. Can I have some of Nacho's dish? So they started calling him Nachos. That's what the story is saying on the nationalnachosday.com website.
We got her nachos.
Well, she got her nachos and cheese.
Yeah, you should go for me some nachos right now too.
They're good too. I'll be eating nachos during this meeting.
No, Wilson did not show
Oh,
us a
she went
bowl
and
of
got her some
nachos.
nachos. So anyway,
The
he
thing
ended up,
about the nachos, is that the cheese has to be a little spicy to make it really nachos.
Well, I'll take it however you have it. So eat one for
No.
me.
Okay, here's
maybe
one for you.
maybe just a little spicy, because if you eat too many of them, even if they're a little spicy, it starts getting your tongue and you can't taste them anymore.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, that's true. But these are good. These are like just right.
Okay.
Yeah, I can taste it, Wilson. I can taste it.
You can taste it.
This is my no stress nacho day.
She said,
So if I'm not talking too much, it's because my mouth is full.
It's because she eat her nachos.
her nachos.
I think I might go get some nachos later.
All right.
Today is also National Saxophone Day. And today was picked because it is the birthday of its creator, Adolphe Sax. And Sax was born in Belgium in 1814. He was an instrument maker who played clarinet and flute. So he played those instruments, but he wanted to create an instrument that had both the projection power of a brass instrument and the agility of a woodwind. So to meet that middle ground, he ended up making the saxophone. In June 1846, so he was only like 30 something years old, like 32 years old, when he received a 15-year patent which covered 14 types of saxophones. Today, saxophones range in size and pitch, and there is a sub-contrabass, contrabass, bass, baritone, tenor, alto, soprano, sopranino, and sopranissimo. Those are all different types of saxophones today. And the most popular ones are soprano, alto, tenor, baritone, which are the 4 common pitches in sound. But so there's a lot of different saxophones, and they say that people still add different keys, which create different notes. So that's how they change the different types of saxophones. I know I like the sound of the saxophone.
Yeah.
And
that's a soothing sound for me. I like it too.
It is. And sometimes going into how we talk about stress relievers, sometimes when you hear like the soothing music or relaxation music, they have saxophone sounds in some of those, on some of those playlists. And so it was pretty interesting to think that today is National Saxophone Day. And we're talking about ways to relieve stress, which goes along with saxophone, because playing music and listening to music is a way that a lot of people, I think, relieve stress. You know, it may not always be soothing music like we're talking about the saxophone. It may be whatever music takes you to that place that helps you relax your mind. Some people may want to listen to hard rock music just because it's, is headbanging music, and it may just take you to a whole nother place. And I would think whatever music helps you to soothe your mind, whatever is soothing to you, is your relaxation music. What do you think? I see some faces like,
Well, you know what? No, that is it's true. Sometimes it doesn't they say, like the sax and what we're talking about, it's more jazz, so it kind of helps mellow your mind or what have you. But I know that sometimes when I'm in the car and I've had a stressful day and some old school song would come on the radio and I just get to smiling and I start remembering, and it just brings joy, to me.
right.
Especially I think I was talking to Wilson about, I guess it's been almost a month ago, but we were talking about roller skating. And there's some songs that come on and you just remember rolling on those skates, and it was like just
Right.
rolling. You were just like gliding, like
Yep.
it was nobody else
Right.
around that rink but you know? So yeah.
Yep. Well, do you know that there is
And you know what?
actually, go ahead.
Go ahead.
There is actually
No, I was going to
research.
say, go ahead, because you might be getting ready to say what I'm getting ready to talk about, because I'm just thinking about, a lot of my thoughts go back to scripture. And I'm thinking about Saul, how it said that Saul's, his mind, he was basically like losing his mind.
Mm,
And they knew that there were spirits that were oppressing him and bothering him. And that's where David was called in, because David was a
play the harp.
musician. And so
Mhm.
when David came, he began to play music for him, and that music began to calm his soul and begin to calm his spirit. And so I know music does touch a place within us that nothing else really will get to,
Mhm.
so the music, there is a power in that,
Yeah, you're right.
and
And
I
that
remember
does go with what I was
visiting someone in a
going
hospital.
to say. Yeah.
Yeah, visiting them in the hospital, and they weren't able to speak. And they really, sometimes it would seem like they would acknowledge you, and sometimes they wouldn't.
Mhm.
But when we begin to sing to them, they begin to look totally different, like they were right there present in the moment, just from the music. So music does touch us in ways that other stuff can't, you know.
Yeah.
So what did your research say?
I've
Reese-
watched you do that. I've watched you do that. So I know that there's some mind relief and some healing in the mind in the music.
Mhm. Well, there's two things of research that I
Heal us,
found.
you heal a bear.
It says that research shows that playing and composing music can reduce stress by lowering cortisol levels. And cortisol is the hormone which is known more as a stress level, the stress hormone.
So the research shows that playing and composing music
It can reduce stress by lowering cortisol
cortisol
levels.
levels.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep. And then singing, research between the Tenevest Cancer Care and Royal College of Music found that singing for an hour can increase levels of immune proteins, reduce stress, and improve people's mood.
Hour can increase the levels of the immune proteins and reduce stress and improve people's mood.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
So singing, music.
So who's singing to you though?
What'd you say?
It depends on who's singing though.
That's true, because if it's a bad singer, that might increase your stress level. You want to tell them, be quiet.
Singer, you as an individual, if you're a singer that somebody want to listen to, maybe you can help yourself and others. Maybe that's it.
No, that's true. That's a good
Yeah.
one.
You
I
know,
would have to agree. I agree with that.
Yeah.
for some of that singing we listen to, we'll think it's noise, and the other person is think it's beautiful.
That's true. So I guess, it's all, I say sometimes how they say, God said, make a joyful noise the Bible said, make a joyful noise to the Lord. It might be joyful to the Lord, but it might not be joyful
Right.
to us.
Right. To the spectators.
Right. Oh,
So sing, y'all, sing. Just some do it in public and some do it by yourself.
right.
Right.
Another stress reliever that, like you see, is the water. I know sitting by the water, or even sometimes just listening to the water. Some people may just listen to their fish tank going, or a fountain, or, you know, just hearing the water sometimes can be relaxing. Listen to the rain, the sound of the rain, as long as it's not a thunderstorm. I don't think that's too.
Oh, I love thunderstorms.
You love the thunderstorms? So see, the prime example, what one person may like, another person might not like. But there is a scientific research that shows why water can be a soothing thing. And this comes from, the music one came from musictoyourhome.com. This information about water comes from greatness.com, GR8 NESS.com. And it says, our bodies consist of almost 70% of water. And water makes up more than 70% of two of our most vital organs, which is our brain and our hearts.
70% of two of our most vital organs, which is our brains and our hearts.
Yeah. That's why we got to make sure that we don't get dehydrated.
True.
You know, because that much water, when you start getting dehydrated, it's going to start messing with the vital organs.
Right.
You know, our hearts and our brains. So we can't do much without those two organs.
Right. So keep that in mind. For the next point, marine biologist Wallace J. Nichols wrote a book on water and its healing powers. And it says that the reason why the sight or sound of water triggers a release of relaxing chemicals for most people is because logically there's a deep connection between our brains and the sight of water due to our dependence on it for the source of life. So to break that down, when we see water, because our brains need so much water and our hearts need so much water, our brain, when it sees water, naturally triggers chemicals because it's the source of life. I was like, okay, but then I had to think about it, take it to training I've had as a doula. And when you think of babies and breastfeeding, babies can be in distress and crying and upset, but when they get to their mother, or if they're hurt, you naturally go to mom, because the baby's brain is, that's my food source and that is my life source, and they will calm down usually. And so it's sort of, I related it to that because that helped me understand, okay, I guess I can understand better the brain sensing. If it's something for life, to preserve your life, that it will calm you when you are close to it because you know that you're going to be okay.
Why did you know that makes sense too? Oh, go ahead.
Why did I think you're going to say, if the baby's like crying or gets hurt, you just throw them in the water? And I'm like, wait, what?
Okay. Like, no, we weren't going to say that.
No, we weren't. That wasn't the connection.
It's calming. Like, what?
No. I was just using the baby as an example for our brain triggering whatever it is that's going to help preserve our life. The baby, all the baby knows is mom is my source of food. Mom is my source of life. So their brain, that's their brain trigger to calm down and relax when they get with their mom. So as we get to adults, our brain triggers, I need water to survive. Oh, it's a whole lot of water. Let me calm down because I have enough to survive.
So, you know, with that kind of leads me to the thing with children yearning for mom, or that soothing that they get from being with their mothers, even when the mother isn't so great.
Yeah, because it's always your mom. You're always going to look to mom.
Source of life, still the source of life.
Yep. Yeah. Wow. I thought that one was a pretty neat one, to that connection of how our brain, that trigger.
Yeah.
So those are just a few stress relievers. I don't know. Like I said, I think water is probably one of my big stress relievers, to relax by the water, or just taking a long ride, just to ride sometime, and may not have an actual destination, but just to drive and ride, because that's time you can just clear your mind, play the music. That's another way to just calm down, relieve stress.
Well, you know, but on a way personal for me, it's a lot of times when I'm cooking or baking, that relieves stress for me, especially if I'm doing it with the mindset that I am cooking or baking for family or close family friend, you know, whatever, you know, somebody that's real close to me. I think with the love that you're doing it, it like takes away a whole lot of, you know, a whole lot of that. So
Right.
like I have these measuring spoons, and
Mhm.
it said, you know, this is a teaspoon of, you know, hugs and a
Oh,
so, you know, so you're
right.
feeling that as you know, you're putting that in there, and you know, and it's just making you, you know, smile. Now it may be nasty as heck when you're done, but you still did it with
Hopefully they'll love you enough to tell you, I think you might want to try a new recipe.
right, right, right.
So Desiree,
But
what is the way that, oh, were you done, Sissy? Sorry.
no, nothing.
Okay. So Desiree, what is the way that you relieve stress?
I like sitting by my turtle's tank for the water.
Okay.
Let's see.
Sounds
I
like
eat
I can
ice
hear the
cream.
water now.
Yeah, it's right there.
No.
I was falling asleep. That's why it was dark at first. I was falling asleep. I eat ice cream.
And we
I
talked
used
about that on another show, that eating ice cream, it
Mm-hmm.
does counteract. There is a reason for it, and it's called SAD. And if we just keep that in mind, because we are getting into what is considered the SAD season, it's seasonal adaptive depression.
Mm-hmm.
And when it's darker, because like how it gets dark earlier, and our minds naturally go into this, and it's called SAD state, and we're getting into that time of year. And the ice cream is because the sugar counteracts that, those chemicals in your brain that counteract against that. So that's something, how you said sad. I mean, ice cream is something you eat to relieve stress, because it is actual research that shows that there's a real reason why we crave sugary foods.
Yeah,
see, I can
yeah.
eat ice cream all the time.
We
So
didn't say that.
we're gonna have to send you the one from back in April. One in April we
That was-
did that.
Yeah, we'll find it and we'll repost it on the Fun Fact Friday page, which hopefully all of you guys are following. Follow the Fun Fact Fridays page on Facebook to get your fun facts. We'll be reposting shows, and we'll find the one that we talked about, the SAD syndrome, and we will repost that on our page on Facebook.
But the SAD syndrome is not really, really sad.
No, it's just the acronym for.
Thanks, because now I feel like I'm depressed or something because I want ice cream, Erica.
So you eat ice cream. You like the water. Anything else?
Before gas got really, really high, I would drive around and drink hot chocolate.
Okay, drive around, drink hot chocolate. So maybe we'll just drive together, and then we could share the gas price, because yeah, gas is a little expensive to be just taking a lot of road trips to nowhere.
Right. We'll have to do the thing too.
We'll have to do the what?
The train. You guys had to talk about the
Yes.
train.
Yes. We're gonna have to find a somewhere to go on the train and ride the train.
Yep.
So Wilson, I think she said, she did say she likes the water. I don't know if she's still with us. She might come back. Think she went to go make her some more nachos.
You know, I know she's eating another nacho for me. Well, you know, I love the water. That's why I have fountains, you know, everywhere. Around here. And that's so strange because I'm not a swimmer, but I love some water. I love, like Sam Cooke said, I love sitting by the dock of the bay.
Sitting by the dock of the bay. So before we leave today, I do want to share, we have a couple of upcoming events that we would like to support and share. One is, actually both of them are starting Sunday. The first one we did mention last week. It is An Intentional Walk with God. This is a book and it's written by Dr. Yvonne Terrell Powell and her sister, Janelle Terrell Matias. And they are both local from Vallejo, California. So we want to support, our local friends that have become family. We want to support them. And so this is a book that they have written. And if you go on Facebook and you can look up An Intentional Walk with God, they are doing a virtual event this Sunday at 2 p.m. Eastern time. And the book is written, I've looked at the book, and it's written into like mini stories inside of the book. So you don't have to feel like you have to sit and read the whole book all the way through. It's mini stories that you can read in a quick period of time. It's designed to be like a daily devotional type thing. And so that is this Sunday. Like I said, you can go to Facebook, and that's where you can find the Zoom link. And it is something else that's held on Zoom. And you can find the link on the Facebook event page. And then there's also someone else, and we're talking about stress relief. And this is called the Better Wellness Challenge. And this is put on by, I call her Coach Chandler, and she is the owner of Thrive Now Wellness. She is a wellness coach. And this Better Wellness Challenge, and that's where you can find it, betterwellnesschallenge.com. And like it says, do you need to reduce stress? Do you want to have more energy? This is free. You can sign up for free. It's only a 7-day challenge that starts on Sunday. It is, I guess, easy. It depends on what's easy to you, but it's not a whole lot to do to this challenge, but it's enough that is going to help you inside, not just changing what you're eating. This one isn't about that. It's about your whole mental and emotional and what you can do to help have a better health, better body, better person, just all the way. So this is a good one. Again, this is betterwellnesschallenge.com, and we will post the links to the websites, and it's free to sign up. And that one is open to everyone. Both of these are online or virtual things that you can join in wherever you are. We know some people are here in California, some people may be in other states, and these are both virtual things that you could join in wherever you are. Tasha, you joined us real quick. Want to ask, what are ways that you relieve stress? What do you do as a stress reliever?
Eat. No.
That's it. You're not the only one that has said eat.
Let me think. Music. I listen to music. That's what I do.
Okay. Did you catch the beginning of the show when we talked
No,
about reasons why? Okay, so you have to go back and watch and how we talked about reasons why music helps relieve stress.
Okay.
Yeah. So yeah, well, thanks for tuning in. Thank you everyone for tuning in. When I checked earlier today, we are up to it was up to 91 people following and liking the Facebook page. We're excited about that. We have had a good response, and we thank you guys for supporting us. Join us on a Zoom. As you see, this is a fun setup. Everyone's welcome to join in and talk. And we are here every Friday, 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, 9:30 p.m. Eastern time. If you have any ideas for a show topic, or if you have a business you want to broadcast, if you have an event coming up you would like us to share, email us at funfactsfriday100@gmail.com. You can remember it because we share fun facts on Friday and we keep it 100. So funfactsfriday100@gmail.com. And that's the same way you can find us on Facebook, Fun Facts Friday 100. And we will see you guys next Friday.
But
Deuces.
Sunday.
Oh, wait, sorry. On Sunday, catch Sissy in the chat. She's been in there every Sunday. We catch Sissy in the chat. It's the Word of Faith Christian Center is streaming. We know a lot of churches are shut down. If you're looking for one, you can stream it. Go to wofccfairfield.com and you will catch Sissy in the chat and get a good word to help you make it through the week. She's in
I'm
there.
here to talk.
Deuces.
Deuces.